Well, what you should expect when starting a vending machine business in 2026. Well, as technology continues to advance in the industry, there's quite a lot of changes and updates regarding vending machines and equipment themselves. But what has stayed the same and to the core of this business, it's the way this business makes money. It's really not hard to understand and it hasn't changed at all. There's quite a lot of equipment and other new machines that have changed all around it, but the core point of this business and how you'll make the bread, the money, it's really easy to understand, and I think that's what makes it very attractive to a lot of people when they're starting out. But it's not as easy as just buying a machine. As you saw to a lot of stuff in the internet, buying a vending machine is just 1%, it's just the first step, it's just one of the first things you do, but getting your client and getting everything else set up, that's basically 99% of the business. Now, vending machine business was worth around 19 billion in 2025. And is expected to be worth around 37 billion in 2034, as per business research. Now, you're probably wondering now how to get in. Well, almost every country in the world requires you to register either with the local government, with their city, or with the municipality. It's best to get in touch with them, either with the website, phone number. That's what helped me initially to start in order to get information requiring like legal permits and legal stuff. In order to not get in trouble by the law, I suggest to get started with that first. And then second part, well, food permit. You are selling food at the end of the day. Now, starting out, you're probably wondering, I'll probably need a big SUV or a minivan to transport these items. Actually, not so much. Now, a lot of people who start in this business have actually started with their own cars. If you have a sedan or a small hatchback, that's perfectly just fine. It can help you transport those products. Actually, if you live in a city that's very compact like Montreal, you'll probably need a small car anyways because there's not a lot of parking spaces available. But the key word in here is starting out. Now, if you don't believe me, that's actually my car over there. And starting out, you shall. Obviously, you can't really do a whole vending machine business route if you have like around 100 vending machines. Obviously, at some point, you'll need a bigger car. Maybe you'll need a small minivan, something to transport more products for more clients. But if you're starting out with one client, one vending machine, it could be a combo or a snack. You don't really need a big SUV or a big minivan. You can start out with a small sedan like this one. Actually, if you have one client and one vending machine and you don't even have a car, that's perfectly just fine. You can use the metro system or the public transport to transport those products. Yes, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to go every day, go to the metro and carry out those big bags. If you wanna know how to do that, I did myself. And I'm in Canada, and look at the snow outside. That's not fun. And I used to do that even during winter times. If you want to learn how I did that, go check out the video. If you really need a car to start a business, up here on the top. Now, managing this business isn't just about putting snacks in the machine. It's about taking care of them from A to Z. So stuff will occur, problems, and you have to revisit the locations if something happens. For example, as you can see here, we have a typical case of a stuck product. These are one of the many issues you will face. Now, don't forget, if you can't get a location, you can always negotiate with commission. Well, actually, let's elaborate on that. Now, this is one of the hardest parts you should expect when starting this business, even in 2026. Finding your location. A good location represents at least 90% of the business. A good location will get you a long way with a good customer. Now, finding that location, that's where it gets tricky. And these days, even if you go to one of the best locations, it seems like there already is a vending machine there and someone's already operating that route. Now, there's a lot of tricks you can use. Obviously, if the operator that's already there is not doing a great job, you will take a look at the machine and will obviously tell that it's not really doing it for them. You'll ask them. So I would say probe. Even if you see a vending machine operator there, you can still probe. You can still ask. Second trick I would say, look out for new buildings, new construction sites. Those are one of the best places you can ask because obviously, well, they're starting from zero. And then one of my last tricks, well, I would say is the most obvious. If you don't want to do all of that, well, you can always buy the route. But these days, be careful. Vending machine routes are getting as expensive and almost as expensive as real estate. Not there yet, but it's getting pretty expensive. One single route in Quebec, you can expect to pay around $4,000 for one single route. That means one client. But if we go back to the beginning where we were going door to door and asking for vending machines and their business, what is the best pitch you can give? Everyone has asked me, what do I do? And if I can record a live session asking a customer if they want a vending machine there. Well, do you guys want to see how I do it? Let's take a look.
Can I help you?
Look, sir, you have the best locations for a vending machine. Let me tell you why. I've asked all of the people that work here and all the people that are here, and they would love to have a vending machine.
Dude, this is a classroom.
All right, now this is a perfect opportunity for negotiation. This is where you offer commission. No problem. How's about 25% commission on all of the vending machines here?
Dude, what are you talking about?
But that shouldn't be your first line of negotiation. Start with a free service contract first. That means you provide a free machine, a free service, in exchange for the space for operations. That should be your first line, not commission. Now the perks of having this business is you have a lot of free time. You can even do it while studying. Yes, you can even do it if you're still studying. Actually, you can even do it while still having maybe a part-time job or a full-time job. Now, this doesn't mean you can set it and forget it. You still have to be monitoring the machine. And most importantly, if the client does contact you, you have to be ready to fix it fast. That's one of the biggest mistakes I see new vending machine operators make when they're starting out. Shh. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. No, come on, not this one. Come on, guys. If you think you're gonna get rich quick with this business, you are in the wrong place. This is a business about scaling. This is about building your route one client at a time. There's a lot of misconceptions out there that you will get rich quick with this business while just having one little route. One route with one vending machine is not enough to pay all your bills. You might be able to maybe pay your phone bill or your electricity bill in worst case and best case scenarios, but this is not gonna pay all your expenses. And you will not be living off one machine. Let me tell you, you can guarantee word for word, you cannot live out of one machine. If you have one client, maybe you can have a lot of vending machines and that client can bring in a lot of money at the same time, but you will not get rich out of one machine. When at first it feels like work, then, well, it feels like a routine, and then it becomes a system. Once you can delegate that, well, your system doesn't rely on your time anymore. And time, well, for me, and I think a lot of people that are watching, is the most important thing you have in life. Once you get that checked, I promise you a vending machine business is very profitable and very reliable. It's a very easy system to understand, it makes money, and you don't have to spend on it a lot of time filling up the machines. Now, if you don't account, of course, repairing the machines. So don't start a vending machine business because it will get you rich in 30 days. Start a vending machine business because it can change you. And once you'll be able to run a boring business, well, you'll become the type of person that can run any business. Now let's get into machines. This is usually one of the last steps you should take once you obviously find your location. After that, it's time to choose which machine you're gonna get. You got toys vending machines, ready-made meals vending machines, utility vending machines, more ready-made meals vending machines, and a drink vending machine. Now, before you think I got paid to showcase these machines, think again. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment what type of vending machine you would start with if you were starting out in 2026. This will help out the channel a lot and allow me to continue making videos on the long run. Okay. Oh yeah, this is an ancient boy. Fun fact, I started one of these vending machines initially, back in the day. Alright, stay there. Good boy. Now, the industry has changed quite a bit. As you can see with AI's new innovation, it seems pretty clear that these guys and the old black vending machines that you used to get your, well, sneakers with is a thing of the past. But it does depend on how you look at things. In my opinion, it depends on which budget you want to start with. If you're someone that's starting out with a low budget, I would say you don't really need the new fancy smart gadgets and stuff like that. A typical used vending machine can still be usable and still operate perfectly. You just have to change one little thing. Can you guys guess what it is? Well, if you guess payment method, you're correct. If you're able to add a credit card reader to that machine, you're set. The only thing a customer really is looking for is an easier way to grab and purchase their products. Yes, the AI coolers, well, it's a lot easier to grab your products as well. But you know, we can't all get fancy stuff at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying to go buy the oldest vending machine you can get. I'm saying that a used vending machine, you can buy it from Facebook Marketplace, has still a lot of value. Of course, you have to make your research, make sure it works properly, and make sure it can do credit card readers as well, which is one of my most requested things out of all my clients. It needs to accept cards. If it doesn't accept cards, you're probably rolling with one of these bad boys right here. If you made it this far, thanks a lot for watching. And remember, if you want to start any type of business, it doesn't have to be vending machine related. Patience and hard work are key to success. Other than that, catch you guys on the next video. Peace.